Today we're going to be reviewing the TRE instruction that you have received here in the office. If you have not received instruction from me personally, please stop this video and do not continue. If you have received instruction, please don't share this video with friends or family members if they have not been instructed in how to self-regulate during the process. The training or the TRE process can do more harm than good. So please use this for your personal purposes only. Thank you. All right, we're going to begin with the first exercise. This will be the only exercise that we actually do together. The remainder of them, I'm just going to do a quick demonstration and then you will do the exercise. After each instruction, I'm going to ask you to just pause the video and then you'll actually do the exercise. So with this first one, you're going to have your shoulder a little bit more, your feet a little bit more than shoulder width. And what you're going to do is just gently sway your body from one side to the other. Think about if you were snow skiing, you're going to go up onto the edges of your skis with each foot. You're going to get this swaying motion going, and then you're going to synchronize your breath with this motion. So you're going to do a deep breath in, and then exhale. Deep breath in, and exhale. And we're just going to continue. We're going to do a few more of these. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. A couple more. Okay, good. Now this next part is going to be a reoccurring theme. What I want you to do next is you're going to pick your right foot up. I want you to think about you just stepped in a mud puddle and you're trying to dry your foot off. So you're just going to shake your foot. Then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, now let's go ahead and move to the next exercise. You won't need to pause the video until after this next instruction. Okay? So what you're going to do is rest your hands on the wall, just the tips of your fingers touching. Stand on one foot, and you're going to repeatedly lift your heel up off of the floor and then right back down. And you're going to continue doing this until you get to what you perceive to be a 7 of 10 fatigue. So a 7 of 10 fatigue is the muscle feels hot, maybe a little bit shaky. You could do more if you had to, but you wouldn't really want to. So that would be the definition of a 7 of 10 fatigue. So you're going to do 7 of 10 fatigue on the right, and then again you're going to shake your foot and go to the other side. 7 of 10 fatigue, shake your foot. Okay, let's go ahead and stop the video and do that exercise. The next exercise, we're going to be touching the wall again just for a balanced reference point. Don't lean into the wall. Don't put your weight on your hands. It's just so you have a reference point for balance. This time what you're going to do is you're going to bend your knee and drop your hip down and back. Again, you're going to go to that 7 of 10 fatigue, just like before. And then you're going to shake the foot. And then you're going to move to the other side. 7 of 10 fatigue and shake the foot. Now, an instruction that I found really helpful on this one is to, when you go down, don't just bend the knee and drop forward. Actually squat down and kind of stick your rear end out and then come back up. So 7 of 10 fatigue, both sides, shake the foot, and then we'll move to the next exercise. Now, the next exercise is going to be a stretch. So what you're going to do here is, again, spread your feet out wider than your shoulders and unlock your knees. So you just want to just flex your knees slightly. And what you're going to do is you're going to just let yourself round forward. Just try to relax everything, including your head, neck, and shoulders. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take 3 very intentional deep breaths, so deep that they actually cause you to straighten up a little bit. So like this. Okay, then you're going to go off to the left, bend this knee a little bit, off to the left, same thing, 3 deep breaths, off to the right, 3 deep breaths. And then come back to the center, and this time you're actually going to try to reach behind yourself, 3 deep breaths. Okay, go ahead and stop the video and let's do that exercise. Now, the next one, instead of bending forward, what you're going to do is you're going to arch backwards. Now, most of the time when I instruct people to do this one, what they try to do is this kind of like back bending limbo kind of activity, but I don't want you to do that. What I want you to do is rest your hands on your hips, and you're actually going to push or scoop your hips forward. Your head and neck is going to stay in neutral, so it looks like this. Okay, the pelvis comes forward. Same thing, 3 very intentional deep breaths in the center, and then you're going to rotate head, neck, shoulders, hips. 3 deep breaths. Other side, 3 deep breaths. And then you're going to come back to center for 3 more deep breaths. All right, let's go ahead and stop the video and do that exercise. Okay, for the next exercise, what you're going to be doing is a wall sit. So I want you to, your back's going to be resting against the wall, and you're going to go down and basically take the shape of a chair. When you get to this lowest point, you want to push, and then you're going to hold. And you're going to hold until you get to that 7 of 10 fatigue. Just take however long you need. And then you're going to scoot up just a tiny bit, maybe about 2 finger widths, and you're going to hold again until you get to that 7 of 10 fatigue. Then you're going to go one more time, 7 of 10 fatigue. So there's going to be 3 stops, each one a little bit higher than the last one. After you've got to 7 of 10 fatigue on all 3 of those positions, then you're just going to come back to this forward bent position. I want your rear end resting against the wall for stability, and this time you're going to stay here for 1 minute. So after you stop the video this time, I want you to set a timer for 1 minute, okay? Let's go ahead and do that exercise. All right, so for the rest of the exercises, you're going to be laying down the entire time. Oftentimes I suggest that when people do this final step, instead of laying in the floor or maybe even laying on a yoga mat, which you can do, is I suggest that you just lay down on the bed to do this last portion. Sometimes people like to do them right before bed because it can be very relaxing and can actually help you go to sleep. So if you want to do that, finishing up laying in the bed is a great way to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and lay down and demonstrate the remainder of the exercises, okay? So you're going to get your legs in this, what's sometimes referred to as this butterfly position in yoga. So you want the soles of your feet touching, your knees are going to drop apart as far as you can comfortably. And then from this position, what you're going to do is you're going to take the edges of your feet and you're going to push down against the surface and just bridge your hips up off the surface. And you're going to hold this position for 1.5 minutes, so 90 seconds. All right, that's the first exercise. So let's go ahead and stop the video and do that exercise. Now, the next exercise, what you're going to do is you're going to start with your legs in that same position, knees relaxed out as far as you can, soles of your feet together, and you're just going to bring your knees together slightly, just enough to engage the muscles. And you're going to hold this position for 2 minutes. So after you stop the video, go ahead and set a timer. And then the next position, what you're going to do is just bring your knees a little closer. And again, you're going to hold this position for 2 minutes. So after you stop the video, go ahead and set a timer. All right. Now, the last position here is going to be to bring the knees in even more. And you're going to hold this position for 2 minutes. And you can probably see that I'm already starting to tremor a little bit. And sometimes people will start to experience it just a little bit at this point. Okay, we're going to hold this for 2 minutes. So after you stop the video, go ahead and set a timer for 2 minutes. And the final position is going to be here. You're just going to turn your feet so the soles of your feet are resting flat. And you want your knees to be just slightly wider than your feet. And so you're going to stay in this position for 15 minutes. Before you start with this, I want to talk a little bit about self-regulation. So if at any point something comes up that's either an emotion or a memory that seems overwhelming, what you want to do is you want to just stop the TRE tremor. So you're going to do that by straightening your legs. The tremor will subside, and you can just rest until the intensity of that feeling or emotion starts to subside. And then you can just go back to the original position and the tremor will resume. Now, it's very predictable and reliable that feelings and emotions and memories will come up. And that's great unless it becomes overwhelming. This is not the time for heroics. This is not the time to try to force yourself into some uncomfortable experience. So if any time it starts to become overwhelming, you just simply stop, okay? And you can even take a rest break during that 15-minute period. If you just feel fatigued, just straighten your legs, and when you're ready, bring your legs back up, and the tremor will resume. All right, and then after you finish with your 15 minutes, just go ahead and stay where you are for about 5 minutes, let yourself relax, and then you'll be finished with the session. Thank you.